Hello, it's Polish Paul VR, welcome to my channel, and this video is going to be all about PlayStation VR 2, PlayStation VR Pro, call it whatever you want, basically a successor to current headset what we've got. I'm doing it in order to bring you maybe something to look forward to in the future, but also today we've had the news that Sony is cancelling their event of revealing PlayStation 5 because they want it to be revealed during the times of celebration and not the times when it's kind of don't feel so rightful to be celebrating. So I think they've done the right thing. Whenever they reveal it, we're still gonna get PlayStation 5 on the same date. The reveal just gonna be a bit later. Nevertheless, I decided to put together a little video for you so you can have something to think about when it comes to next version of PlayStation VR. And of course, I wanted to go, but all the official information. And listen, first of all, the official info is they never announced another headset. They never said they're gonna do new PSVR. Anything you read about PSVR 2 or whatever, the next gen PSVR, it's just gossips. What Sony officially says, and that's what I'm gonna go by in this video, I'm gonna tell you. And also I'm gonna skim over the patents, but don't look too much into the patents because sometimes they might not mean anything at all. Because patent seems like it might work in virtual reality, it doesn't mean it might be for gaming, might be for enterprise, might be for some kind of training usage, or might be something they patented because companies patent everything all the time in order for nobody else to get their technology first. And it even might not happen. So I was thinking I'm gonna talk about stuff I actually saw working and about stuff I read about. So regarding the PlayStation VR future, that's what I want to concentrate about. Mark Cerny, during the interview with Wired on 16th of April last year, that interview was blown up very massively because of course that's when they first revealed PlayStation 5. They actually asked him about PSVR and what's happening in the future. They basically said, we're gonna ask him about the successor to PlayStation VR, and his answer was this. He said, basically, I don't want to talk about our VR strategy in the future. He didn't share any info, but he insisted that VR is a very big part of Sony, so it seems like it's something they're gonna work on, but it's something what they're not gonna share any information about at the moment. I think maybe they want to concentrate on PlayStation 5 because of course they want people to buy PS5 first. If they announce PS5 and PSVR and it's all gonna be too expensive, people might feel like no. But also, PSVR, what you've got now, it will work with PlayStation 5. All you're gonna do, you're gonna unplug it from PS4, plug it to PS5, and there you have it. It's gonna work. PS5 is backward compatible, so your PSVR game gonna work as well. Listen, I know they said in past most of the games working, and some articles appeared on the internet. Oh, games not working, PS4 games not working on PS5. Me. Drama. Listen, most of the games gonna work fine. There will be some few, maybe couple of exceptions, but PS5 gonna be quite nicely backward compatible, and that comes to your PlayStation VR games. And even though you're gonna use the same PSVR headset, when it comes to PS5 power, you're gonna see much better graphics, and you might see improvement in resolution. I know it's 1080p on PSVR. Keep in mind, many games don't even reach in that. Just look at No Man's Sky. I mean, it looks like it's running in 640 by 480 in VR on PlayStation VR. So that might get improved. Who knows? Games like that, you might see something better if the developers decide to support it. When it comes to controllers, I'm gonna speak about it a bit more in a second, but I want to talk about DualSense, because looking at this controller, it seems like it's pretty nicely VR ready. Because with this super nice haptic feedback and adaptive triggers as well, it's all of course designed to add to the immersion. Now, I know it's got two little blue straps on the side, none at front, so it looks when you use your PSVR current one. With PlayStation 5, you're still gonna have to use your camera and your DualShock. But when new headset comes in the future, and it's all guess, it's nothing confirmed, I'm just guessing, it's gonna be inside-out tracking. I don't think it's gonna be light based, so those two light bars on side I think they are just for fancy, just to glow nicely when it's fire in the game and stuff like that. But nevertheless, DualSense seems like a very, very nice controller. I really like the looks of it. I think it's gonna feel great, judging by the shape of it, and just something different than DualShock 4, but also similar to what we've had, so just very, very nice evolution. Okay, now before I speak about the controllers, let's speak a bit about the games. No VR games are confirmed yet for PlayStation 5. I was hoping during this Sony event we're gonna see something, but of course the event is postponed, so we're gonna have to wait a week or two longer. It depends when the world's gonna come back to, being a nice, happy place. But nevertheless, we know some studios are already thinking of future of PlayStation 5. So what they doing, we've got developers like Strange Game Studios, they working on Honor and Duty Steampunk, and they planning to release it at the end of this year or whenever it's ready, and it looks like it's gonna be cross-gen title. So, it will work probably on PlayStation 4, but it might have a lot of benefits on PlayStation 5 as well. Lo-Fi developer said in past that yes, we're gonna do Lo-Fi for PSVR, but not now due to the controllers, so they're waiting for better hardware. Of course, Move controllers for some games, they just not fitting at all, especially if the games are designed with PC controllers, which are much more fancy at this moment of time. But in the future, when Sony upgrades the controllers, the developers gonna jump on it, probably. And now, just a bit of more speculation. I'm hoping for Gran Turismo Sport to get full VR mode. This is the rumor that going around for ages now, because apparently the game runs fully in VR on PlayStation 4 Pro. But because of Sony's parity policy, because of course the game that runs on Pro still have to run same on PlayStation 4, might be lower quality, but content-wise and gameplay-wise it have to be the same, so they have to cut out a bit of the VR portion. That's why we only got those limited racing and not as many opponents and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that's gonna change in PS5 when PS5 releases. Also, I can see Bethesda releasing Fallout 4. The game is VR ready on PC already, people enjoying it, playing it, so I can see same happening when PlayStation 5 releases. Now, let's speak a bit about the patents. Like I said, I'm gonna just skim over it because I never really believe patents that much. We've had different types of controllers already patented, and we've had the ones what can expand in your hand, the ones that can heat up as well, so for immersion. We've had different tracking systems. Latest patent been showing like a big area-based tracking when many players can be tracked at the same time together. And also we've had some inside-out tracking. We've had patents that's gonna like you press a switch and you can see outside world without taking your headset off. So Sony definitely patenting a lot of stuff when it comes to VR, but at least we've got one thing what they already shown, and this is the prototype of the finger tracking. And you know what, that might be coming handy when it comes to PSVR/PSVR Pro, whatever, PSVR 2025, I don't know what to call it, just next PSVR. That's gonna come handy because I think Sony gonna utilize that. On this little video what they shared, it's working quite well, so every finger gets tracked nicely. It looks like they still have bit and bobs of work to do, but nevertheless, when they do finger tracking, it's gonna be such a big improvement. And also the way they holding the controllers, so it's over your wrist, so nothing there, I mean over your palm. So it's gonna feel more natural, grabbing stuff in the game. I'm sure they're gonna still have trigger. Hopefully they're gonna add the thumb stick as well. If you got finger tracking, you're not needing as many buttons, because you don't need to press a button to grab things, you just grab them with your hands. Same when it comes to pressing things and stuff like that, so I'm assuming those controllers might be quite advanced. Later on during this video they showed it how they working in a virtual reality game, so they put some Vive trackers on it, but I'm assuming Sony gonna have their own tracking system as well. So long story cut short, all official information is that Sony not revealing their VR strategy at the moment. Sony never announced PlayStation VR 2 or any successor to PlayStation VR, but they announced current PSVR headset gonna work with PS5, and also VR is big part of their strategy, so probably something coming in the future, but they don't want to talk about it. And also they patented loads of stuff when it comes to VR, but also they shown this nice prototype of finger tracking, and that's all official info what we know. I don't want to get into rumors, I don't want to get into the gossips. All we know so far, we've got PSVR that's gonna work on PS5, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're gonna get update in the future, but it's nothing officially announced yet. Okay, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like because it does help the channel a lot, and if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it, bye.